front of the referee.
Okay.
So 5-on-3 here.
Volk with the blast, nicely blocked by Blastora. I like that I can tell who Blastora is because of the red gloves.
Johnny Red Gloves.
Yep. His dad, Jeff, sits on the executive of Owentown Minor Hockey, so does a lot of good work on behalf of all these kids. He's got a second son that plays hockey as well, so they're at the rink a lot. Good moves here by Grayson Volk to get in deep from his defensive position. Oh, it looked like Blastora might have been away.
Be off. And maybe he might get a chance.
Yeah.
Nope, just going to throw it down the ice, get a change.
Bennett McCurdy fanned on a shot there. And Blastora, a great job at the top of that penalty kill. And good job by Coburn and Shute on the back end for Owentown. Of course, no hurry for Burlington here. They still have a full minute of 5-on-3. And then we'll have a full minute after that, a minute 4 actually, of 5-on-4 left. That puck's going to get all the way out. Nicely done there to fire that all the way out by Caden Bishop. Here comes Kinnart with a low shot and a good right pad save by Audette. Burlington looks to get it back to Paglia. Paglia shoots from far out. It doesn't get through. But who's going to get a stick on it? Kinnart comes back to Kinnart at the point. Takes his time, makes a nice pass down to the OHL sign. Moves away to this. Oh, that was a good, almost got through. Good job by Owentown to seal that up. Carson Franklin, good job for Burlington to pursue that puck. Owentown knocks it out of harm's way after a good save by Audette. And Audette can hold this just as the first penalty expires. Sorry, the second penalty.
Second penalty. Good job by Owentown so far, limiting the scoring chances for Burlington there on that 5-on-3. And when called upon, Audette makes the key save.
There's still a minute left of power play time for Burlington, and you can see there, Norman wins it for Burlington. The puck's not going to get over to Volk, as Thistle just mishandles it a little bit. Saw Burlington player go down to look at the refs, but it was no penalty.
Oh, 2 Owentown players caught now. And another one.
And you know what? Hewitt's getting another penalty here for slash or
right
trip.
back.
Yeah, trip.
Another easy call.
Yeah. So as you see, you can see the referees there. You can see their feet talking to each other. I don't know what they'd be talking about. Just a standard tripping call. As I said, it looked like Hewitt was going to pinch on the penalty kill. And I was about to make the comment, oh, he should be backing up.
He should be backing up here. Already, they're trying to kill a penalty here. Down by a goal. You don't want to give up another one with less than 2 minutes to go in the second.
Okay, great job there by Twigger to get that puck out. So 5-on-3 again now for roughly 30 seconds. Twigger with a good job, but he gets bowled over. And 2 guys for Burlington have a chance. Go for a skate here if you're Owentown. Coburn does the safe play and just gets it down the ice. Here comes Thistle. Thistle plays it across the ice. Can Twigger get there? He can, but was not able to get the puck. Gladwell knocked the Burlington player off his stride, and Kinnart can't keep it in at the blue line. So we're minute and 12 here now of 5-on-4 as Murdoch takes the puck over the ice, and Hill's just a half a step too quick.
54 seconds left here. Owentown trying to escape this. It won't quite bring us to the end of the penalty. Have to play 14 seconds or so of the third period.
Owentown penalty killer's doing a good job so far. Cohen Bossman was not able to get that out. So Burlington's on the move again. Out into the slot area. And now we'll see, it is just out. As Van Cedar's able to get that just out. McCutcheon now. Over the blue line. Gets it taken away. Here comes Bennett quick. Good job. The good long stick by Bossman there to knock it away. Owensound doesn't get it out again. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds left. Owensound just got to withstand, get that out of the zone. So that should do it for the period, folks. It does. And Owensound will start the third period shorthanded for 13 seconds.
Spent the majority of that period shorthanded. Kind of a boring period if you're at home watching, hoping for another 4 goals like we had in the first period. Only 1 in the second period.
Well, I'm sure Burlington would love to spend the third period on the power play the whole time, wouldn't they? Because that was quite a stretch of penalties.
That was, yep.
So if you're Adam Jackson, the head coach here, and dealing with, 11-year-old kids, U12, what are you saying to them here about this penalty trouble or whatever?
Yeah, I think you got to stress to them that, it played a good game in the first period, scored 2 goals. Goals aren't coming, easy this game since the game was 2-2. You just got to stay out of the penalty box, right? It's and unfortunately you've got a couple of kids who, are taking multiple penalties. Might be time to have a talk and say, hey, listen, we're going to take another penalty. We can't stay out of the box. The only way we can keep you out of the box is to keep you on the bench.
Keep you in this box.
Right? So...
both Smith and Hewitt have 2 penalties each.
Right, and they've both been probably the names that you've been calling the most while they're on the ice.
That's right.
Hewitt with the 2 goals. Smith has had his chances. Both, has made some great plays offensively and defensively. But if they're sitting in the penalty box, they're not doing you any good.
Yeah.
So you got to kill this 13 seconds off, get back to full strength, and stay out of the box for the balance of the period. Because you're hoping the next call is going against Burlington.
So, and they continue, we're putting it upstairs.
And upstairs they go. That was a quick 8 seconds into the third period. But same thing, they've got something on Odette there. We do see Odette go down early, a little early. He does like to go down. And then another great shot. These kids, boy.
Yeah, look at
McDonough.
He's taken to the outside.
Great shot,
Because actually, Blastor kind of won that face-off to his side, but of course, there's the power of starting the period with the power play.
Right, exactly. And did I notice there when they lined up, they didn't have the defenseman up on...
Right.
Yeah, so that's...
So that is really... So
that led to the goal.
Yes. McDonough took advantage of that. Okay. Owensound, as you've pointed a couple of times, they're a goal-scoring machine so far this season. So they got to get to work here. Now, stay out of the penalty box, play this period, even strength, and see what they can do. Puck gets out, gets to the blue line, but it's kept in by Hill. DiBattista chasing down Coburn. Coburn all the way around to Kai Van Cedar. Van Cedar gets it out, up to Blaster, but he can't get it out of his feet. DiBattista with some room to set himself up. There's another shot. There's a good blocker save.
There was a lot of net on the far side there, but it was a nice blocker save.
Now, folks, here we go to the slot, and Norman scores. Noah Norman.
Tough start.
Owensound looked to have control of it in the corner, but Noah Norman stormed in and took it away from them. And just moves out and makes a really good shot over the pad of Odette.
Not the start you're looking for if you're Owensound. Burlington, you're certainly happy with that start, but 14 minutes left. Lots of time here.
Yeah. Nice play by Hunter Hill there on the forecheck to get that free for Norman. Here comes Murdoch. There's Norman, the goal scorer. Puts it to the slot. Kicked away there nicely by Boston. Played up, we'll get icing and bring it right back down to Owensound's end. 13 and a half minutes left in this period. In U12 hockey, that's a ton of time.
Lots of time. We've 2 goals here in the first, first minute, I guess, for Burlington. 1 in the first 8 seconds.
Yeah.
So lots of time to score some goals. To get in Owensound, you come back, you get 1 here. You're hoping that Burlington takes the next penalty. You get a power play. Maybe we're talking 5-4 right away.
Tarabanovsky plays it in the slot. It goes through as the player had fallen down. Here's Thistle with the shot. And a good save with his glove, no rebound by Odette. And of course, folks, when we're talking about Odette, he has made a bunch of saves today that have bailed his team out.
Absolutely.
So now he needs his team to go and get a couple for him here and get things back on the track. Thistle with it at the blue line. Goes wide. Coburn knocks it wide. Tarabanovsky on it for Burlington against Coburn. Tarabanovsky comes away with it. But Coburn's able to knock it up to his winger, but a weird bounce gets it past Elliott. Now it's McCurdy. McCurdy back to Vogt. Vogt just plays it in deep, and if you're Burlington, that's all you have to do. You're up 3, keep it deep in Owen Sound's end. Owen Sound on the break. Here's Smith. Had a couple penalties today. Let's see what he can do to bring his team back, and that's what he needs to do, Ken.
There we go. Speaking of shooting high, and you know what? There we go. So 5-3, just under 13 minutes left. There's that goal. You know, who knows? Burlington gets in a little bit of penalty trouble here.
And you saw 2 shoots in that picture. John Shute, the assistant coach, and John Shute, the guy that passed it up to make this goal happen. So nice play by Shute coming out of his zone and get Smith in the scoring zone instead of the penalty box, and that's what can happen. So 5-3, Owen Sound, and here's Blastra. Oh, just wide. That's how quickly it can change at this level of hockey, folks. Don't turn the dial. Stay here with us as Franklin comes in against Otavia Jackson. Jackson keeps him out wide. It's played harmlessly through the blue paint. And here's Kai Van Cedar with it. Sees Blastra going up the middle. Jacob Blastra plays it in deep, and he'll go charge after it. Bit of energy back in this broadcast booth, folks, as Owen Sound gets 1 goal closer. Here's McDonough, the goal scorer. Oh, is that off the post?
I think it got part of the post.
Yeah.
Far side.
Okay, now what can Owen
it's
Sound
really
do?
opened up here.
Yep. You can actually even see Owen Sound skating a little bit quicker now they got that goal.
I was going to say the same thing.
Tyler DiBattista with some room to move. Gets over the blue line, slows up, sees Norman in the middle. Blaster and Twigger tried to get away, but couldn't quite get a handle on it. Hewitt's going to have some time behind his own net. With Hunter Hill in on him. Hewitt creates some space. This will just play it down in deep. That's a good anticipation there by Norman to see where that pass was going, but Owen Sound does get it out. All the way, Thistle in his own zone, plays it up to center ice. The puck gets to Murdoch. Now Thistle's got some space. Owen Sound's back defensively. Murdoch with it, and he's gonna shoot it toward the net. And a high tip there. It's hard to tell from up here whether it would have been high stick or not. Noah Norman on it behind Owen Sound net. Plays it through the crease, but that was well covered out front. Jonathan Gladwell did a good job of lifting the stick out front. Oh. Norman's going to get a penalty now.
Body contact or a rough.
So there you go. It's number 7, Reed Smith, after a couple of penalties, has scored and drawn a penalty on the other team.
Penalty. So now here, Owen Sound, 10.5 minutes left. Hopefully get something going on the power play.
Yep. Mason Salazzo and Owen Elliott come out to join Smith at forward. And we've got John Shute and Finn Coburn on defense for Owen Sound. So what Adam Jackson, the coach for Owen Sound, is asking the referee a question here. So I don't know if Coach Jackson wanted
more than 2 minutes is my guess.
And I get once you've received a 4-minute penalty, you want one for the other team as well. Regardless, Owen Sound has the power play. They're down 2 goals with 10.5 minutes left, 10 minutes, 10 seconds left. If a goal here makes things real interesting if you're Owen Sound. Good play by Mason Paglia to skate away from trouble. And here goes McCurdy. Oh, nice play by Coburn to knock that puck away for Owen Sound. And he's going to skate in from his defensive position. Hunter Hill is able to, Kinnart was able to get him to the corner. Here's Coburn still in front.
That's
what
a nice
save.
pass and a good job getting, who was that, number 11 there?
Yep.
Owen Elliott, good job getting his Oh, another penalty for
They
Burlington.
got Jackson Kinnart for a penalty there.
Giving him a rough.
There was some shoving, but I didn't know if they'd call anything there. Okay. So now a lengthy minute, 17-second, 5-on-3 for Owen Sound.
And it's 4 minutes.
So it must be a headshot then.
So,
yep. Well, Adam Jackson got what he wanted.
Ironically enough.
That's actually better than the other one being a 4 minute.
Exactly.
So folks, you know, especially if you haven't been around minor hockey the last few years and you're watching this, you will see anytime you make contact with an opposing player's head, face wash, anything, I think that should be offside. Anyway, it's an automatic penalty. You know, concussions, we know too much about them now and not enough at the same time. So that's what they're really protecting there. If you come up and touch a player's head, it's going to be a 4 minute penalty. So I don't know now. The Milton coaches are arguing with the refs.
I don't know what's going on. They're pointing at something. I don't know if they just realized maybe it was a 4 minute or.
Either. Where is that puck? It's dangerously close to the net. Oh, and it can't be kept in.
Oh, and we got a penalty coming here. I think this is against Owen Sound.
Okay. It is against the other Smith on the team, Zane Smith. No relation as they spell their last names differently. But that is a missed opportunity for Owen Sound. Oh, careful, he may get another. Okay, so still 4-on-3.
For 16 seconds here.
And then they'll have a minute power play at the end of it.
Then we're even for just under 2 minutes and then a 1 minute power play. Lots of ice.
Skating here's Caden Bishop.
You've got a couple of kids that can skate.
Caden Bishop can't get through. Yeah, you're right, Ken.
Good opportunity here.
Okay, called the high stick there. No penalty, of course, just a stoppage of play and a whistle. So Norman is going to come out of the penalty box here, number 10, who's been very dangerous for Burlington, and join the play right away in this 4-on-4. He's been one of the players that has shown he can really skate with the puck.
Right into the play.
DiBattista and Norman go on the rush against the Owen Sound defense. DiBattista just taking his time. We are even strength here, so they should be pressuring him, and that's shot down the ice by Burlington. Whoa! Okay. Owen Sound could have used that as the goalie, John Patton, whose name we haven't said much, truthfully, in this game. He's played very well. Just missed that puck. And here's Hewitt. Fans on it a little bit. Here's Smith for Owen Sound. Number 7 scored tonight.
Oh, that's going to be a penalty.
And Hewitt's getting his 3rd penalty of the game.
Yeah.
And we'll just kind of, or they just called offside.
Nope.
No, they did.
He ran him over.
Yes, he did. And you can see the Owen Sound players, the last 2 guys that got penalties are kind of slamming the doors and the glass there. Referees don't take a lot of that anymore.
No, I'm surprised that there wasn't something said. Was it one penalty? Yeah. I can't remember the gentleman's name who went in the first penalty, but you think they'd be circling back there. And, you know, they would have given a warning with the first guy that went in. Then that guy right there to get another penalty.
Yeah. So Jace Twigger with a bit of a rush there and a shot. But what was supposed to become a 5-on-4 is a 4-on-3 here now. And then they'll be even. I don't know. We'll keep track of it together, folks. Then they're basically going to be even for a minute and a half at 4-on-4.
And then a 9-second power play for the Eagles.
Offside at the blue line for the Eagles. After Owen Sound scored that 3rd goal, you could see everybody pick up the pace a little bit, look good. I even felt my own energy lift a little bit. And now we've had these penalties. It's hard to get that flow again.
And you know what? I agree with you 100%. It was going the way we kind of called it. If you're Owen Sound, what you want to do in the 3rd period, right? Try and get lots of time, get a goal back. Burlington's going to start taking some penalties. They were kind of owed the next call. And unfortunately, Owen Sound can't stay out of the penalty box.
So they're now even at 4-on-4 as Zane Smith comes out of the box. Zane Smith is number 10 and Reed Smith is number 7. Okay, puck in behind the Owen Sound goal. Jonathan Gladwell has it, but Quick is on him quickly there. Here goes Smith. Elliott has it just inside, but it's covered by Burlington. Burlington might get away here on a 2-on-1 if they're quick about it. This is Volk up from defense. Coburn bothering him.
Oh.
And he gets through 2 guys.
There's a couple of nice little dangles there.
What a play by Volk to battle off those 2 guys.
Are the black blades a thing? Are they starting?
I wonder.
Are they coming back into style?
I have not seen a lot of them, but I do like them. Here's the play by Volk. Look at this, bugged from behind, a quick little move around shoot there. But a good save by Audette to come out and challenge him. Yeah, they do stand out, don't they, Ken? Those black blades.
They do stand out. It's been years since they were a thing.
Yep. Is anybody brave enough to wear number 99 and put blue blades on, do you think?
I was just about to say.
Has it been enough time?
I don't know if we'll see anybody wear blue, though.
No. Okay, here's Bossman behind his own net. Plays it up. Oh, and it's picked off nicely there by Quick. Look at that stop and go.
Nice stop.
And he's going to shoot high. Tries, but doesn't get it up. And a great Audette's able to make a good glove save. So now we're... Oh, the door's open. I wondered why the whistle went, but the play was moving toward the open door, so for danger's sake. And in 3 seconds, we're going to be, 6 seconds or so, we're going to be even strength here. Owen Sound makes some changes as they try to get their lines back together, because probably...
It's been a long time since they had them, considering the power plays and playing shorthanded.
And Hewitt's coming out of the box. He is a defenseman, so we'll see if he goes straight on. He does. And he's, like, you know what would be nice is a hat-trick goal from him right here.
Oh.
Okay, this is why Hewitt needs to stay out of the penalty box, Ken.
Exactly. 3 goals. 5-4.
Straight out of the penalty box to make it 5-4. What a sequence there of penalties for Owen Sound and for Burlington. And the result is Owen Sound's only down 1 goal, 5.5 minutes left.
And you know, you look back, well, you hope you don't have to look back if you're Owen Sound. I mean, nothing more frustrating for that bench staff. And, you know, you had some momentum. You're going to a 5-on-3 power play. The 1 penalty was for 4 minutes, and you can't stay out of the box. But here we are, 5-4.
Bishop up against Franklin on the faceoff. That was blown down because the goal, Audette wasn't back in the net yet. Thistle back for it. That could be a penalty on Volk. He is getting one.
And
that's a silly play by Volk.
Rubs them out along the boards.
And you can see the coach is not happy with Volk there.
Because he's been steady for Burlington.
He was definitely looking at a parent there. Did you guys catch that? Hopefully the viewers caught that. He's looking where he's coming there. If you're not familiar with the Bayshore, on the way to the penalty box, you're looking at the parents, and he kind of did put his arms up like, I don't know what I did. Yeah. Well,
Dad. Anyways,
that might have been his dad or mom looking at him like, what are you doing? There's a shot sitting in the blue paint. What a good shot by Owen Sound. Doesn't get all the way through, but a great snapshot.
Whoa.
Look out. Okay, that draw should come inside the zone, I would think, as it was a Burlington player that shot it out. Yep.
Good job by the officials.
So it'll be Bishop up against Franklin again, I think, on the face-off. And it was Atavia Jackson, I think, that snapped that great shot earlier from the point. So we'll see if she can get it again. It does not come back to her, but Coburn will have a chance to go back and set up a power play breakout. Coburn going for a little skate. Just loses it a little bit. He's able to regroup. Kai Van Cedar gets it out, but he's handled there by Tarabanovsky. So, no, sorry, that's Tavis McDonough.
Getting a penalty here.
I looked down for a second, and what is happening? A tripping penalty there.
Yep.
Caden Bishop to the box.
Boy.
This is not the way to get flow going in a game, folks.
No flow at all here in this third period. Well, late second period and the entire third period here.
Now they're 4-on-4 for a minute and 14. So they'll be able to play with some freedom there. But it's Norman out in the slot. Good job by Gladwell there to get in his space and take that shot away. And here goes Hewitt. What can Hewitt do this time? He's got some physical strength advantage over most of these players, and he's used it 3 times today to score the hat trick. The hat trick doesn't feel quite as good if it's in a loss, so you know he wants to get another goal and even things up. Good step up there by Gladwell to get the puck back in to Jace Twigger. Twigger can't find the net there. Gladwell has it. Gladwell kind of fans on it. He's able to keep it in. Good job by him not to give up. Good forecheck by Owen Sound. Sorry, that's McCutcheon on it. McCutcheon trying to get it back, and McCutcheon's now getting it. So that trip, I don't have a huge problem with. He's reaching for the puck.
Reaching for the puck, yeah.
It's still a tripping penalty.
It is, absolutely. He got his stick into the skates of the Burlington player. Took him down. If you're on the Owen Sound bench right now, you're trying to add up how many penalty minutes there have been if you're going to give a suspension here soon as the head coach.
Right. Okay, Burlington with a man advantage and a good tip there. Shots back. Does it get out? It does not.
Now a lengthy 5-on-3 for Burlington here.
Yes. 3 minutes left here, folks. 5-4 Burlington. Now who's getting this?
We're getting a penalty here.
14 Burlington. So Hunter Hill.
I don't know what the officials get paid per game for U12, but they're earning their money today.
They're earning it today. That is for sure. Okay, so we've got Reed Smith out there with John Shute and Cohen Bosman. 4 players from Burlington can't quite get it out. Oh, geez, that can be a dangerous one.
Making one change here, putting Blastora out.
And this is where you want someone you're confident to face up. Oh, that was a weird bouncing puck. They both have missed it, I think. Sometimes they'll blow those down and redo it. But here's McCurdy around the corner. McCurdy gets a shot off, a good left toe save from Audette. Puck gets behind McCurdy on it again. He just plays it down to Quick. Okay, here's Blaster. We're 4-on-4. Then that's going to be icing.
It's going to be an ice.
I don't know if Blastora knew they were even at that point. That's
too bad.
Yeah, that's the type of game awareness that you know U12. That's tough. Even if people are yelling at them, to process that in the moment is very difficult.
Exactly.
Okay, so Owen Sound again. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left here. We're 4-on-4 for 45 seconds, and then they will have a short power play.
Same thing, they do, yeah. It's kind of the same thing there. I wonder if they, even after the face-off, don't realize that they actually do have an even strength here.
Yeah. You can see the Owen Sound coaches kind of talking to each other behind the bench. Puck's played out to center. Volk has it. He's back out there after his penalty. Coburn plays it back to Volk.
As soon as the penalty ends, so they pull the goaltender.
Yeah, good point. DiBattista moves toward the net. Fires it into the net. Good blocker save. Nice high shot. You see Audette didn't go down on that one. Thistle. DiBattista. Oh, he had his man in the slot, but the puck just got away from Volk with a high shot. Blocked by Coburn, but it goes right to the initial. Went right to Tarabanovsky, who kind of left it there for DiBattista. that's a bad luck goal against for Owen Sound.
Absolutely.
You block the shot, and it just lands right on the stick of the uncovered player.
I'd take the goalie out right now, personally. 6-4, minute 34. Puck's going to drop. You're going to a power play. Have a 6-on-4.
Yep. And now they're calling him. Now they're calling him. They do need to get him out on the ice. So they've got 5. There we go. No, the kid is counting it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, you got to get
okay. Blaster's out there, tries the one-timer, just misses it. It was a nice setup. Minute 10 left here for Owen Sound to try and even this up. They need 2 goals. Blaster with it. Plays it back, and here comes number 8, Misha Tarabanovsky. Can he ice it? No. Nice defensive play by Gladwell.
I think they're both.
But Gladwell and Tarabanovsky both they're staying down on the ice here. That's McDonough, sorry. The 9 and the 8 are hard to tell the difference. That is number 9, Tavish McDonough. You can see McDonough kind of just never quite got control of that puck. And a nice play there. Just
shoulder
bad
on
luck.
head or head on head.
Yeah. So the good news is that the Owen Sound player is up and off the ice and seems okay.
Whereas I thought maybe he took the brunt of it.
I think, was it John Shute maybe?
That went down?
Yeah.
It was Gladwell.
Oh, yes, you're right. Sorry, yes, you're right, 12. And, of course, we hope that McDonough is okay. I'm sure that was a surprise and stung a bit, no doubt. 50 seconds left here, 51.7 seconds left here. 6-4 for Burlington.
Starting to get up.
Yeah.
That's nice to see.
Yep. Skating off on his own power. You see him come into your, there he is coming into your screen there. He's still bent over. No doubt he's been shaken up a little bit.
Come on, boys, work hard!
You don't want to mess around at any age with injuries or head contacts or anything. I don't want to speculate, of course. So can Murdoch ice it here? No, he can't. Owen's now taking some whacks at it. I don't know. Lynn Thorne was right there, so we got to trust him on that one. That was close. Hill plays it deep. No, doesn't get it deep. Smith trying to get it over to Jace. Doesn't get it over there. And here goes Hewitt. Can he get a 4th? Hewitt in the corner, 20 seconds left. Hewitt showing his strength. Owen Sound has to get this puck out front with 10 seconds left. Time, of course, is not their friend. Oh, can't get the shot off. Smith not giving up. Wanted to get that 5th one in. And Burlington survives an interesting game here, Ken.
Well, before we even started to talk, it seemed like it was 2-2.
Yeah.
We thought we were well on our way. Well, you know what? We still ended with 10 goals.
Yeah, we sure did.
I thought we were well on our way to probably 15, 16 goals, but things quietened down in the second period.
Well, 10 goals with the goalies playing pretty well.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't give up anything for free.
Especially Owen Sound goaltender there, Ledet. He made some key saves, glove saves. Seems to have a quick right leg.
Yep.
Shot it out a couple of times to make some saves. But it ends 6-4 Burlington.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, the conversation after, because, of course, lots of penalties. Lots of penalties for both teams.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
But Owen Sound's penalties always seem to come just as they were starting to push back and get on their front foot.
Especially there in the third period, right? They scored that goal. Burlington takes a couple penalties. Owen Sound goes to a 5-on-3. The one penalty was 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And they go right back in the box. Right, and so I'm assuming that'll be Coach Adam Jackson's focal point when they go into the rink or into the dressing room there. Solid game. We were putting the puck in the net, but we dug ourselves a hole going, on the PK.
Well, and you made the point as it was Hewitt and number 7 Reed Smith going to the penalty box that those are the guys whose names we've been saying the most.
Yeah.
And then what do they both do as soon as they get a penalty box? They score.
They score. Exactly. Yep. So, they both spent 4-6 minutes, whatever it was, in the penalty box. And so they dug themselves a hole. As a coach, the lines are all now juggled. You don't have kids playing together who've developed a little bit of chemistry. You finally get back to even strength, or maybe a power play, get the lines back together, and once again, right back in the box. So.
Yeah, but then lots of good stuff to take from it. Again, they were able to put 4 goals in the back of the net. They got a shorthanded goal. Lots of good plays, some good breakouts. So when you go into the dressing room after this game, do you talk to them about those penalties right away? Is it something you wait until the next time you're together? What do you think and every team is different, but what do you think the approach would be?
Yeah, I think you got to talk about the penalties right away, because you don't want the kids leaving the rink. We're off to Halton Hills tomorrow.
Right.
You don't want them thinking that that's okay.
Right.
That they got to go home, think about that. So hopefully, I would expect the coach to bring that up.
Right.
That we just can't continue like that. Otherwise, you're going to have these long games. Where the lines are juggled. You're giving up too many goals. And it's got to come to an end.
Yeah, and it might be different if you had a practice in between. But as you said, get that coaching moment in now, so when you start your messaging tomorrow, you've already dealt with it and you can move on to the next part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Positive.
If this was the Sunday game in Halton Hills, you know what? Maybe you don't talk about it. You're at the rink Monday morning or Monday night, and then everybody's out in the ice. You're having your little discussion. You got your practice plan on the wall, but then it's like, okay, fellas, but this is what we're going to talk about.
And so, as you said, Owen Sound is right back on it tomorrow. They go to Halton Hills. You assume Jack Harris will get the start tomorrow.
I would assume Jack Harris.
He's watching today. He's going to be itching to get in the net to get the team back on the winning track. And so that is an interesting thought after the game. Burlington makes their drive home easier.
Absolutely.
Right? They survived.
That's a easy drive home now for the 3 hours that you're sitting in the car or on the bus as you prepare. What do I have it written down here? They're at home Monday night.
Right. Well, and they didn't play a perfect game either, yet they came out on the winning side of it.
No, exactly. It wasn't pretty. It's one of those ones, hey guys, it wasn't pretty, but we'll take the 2 points.
Yeah, we'll take the 2 points. See you Monday night. So that ends a great day of hockey here at the Bayshore. Again, get out to these minor hockey rinks. Ken mentioned earlier that November 15th weekend, Owen Sound is going to be hosting a regional Silver Stick, which is a great tradition here in Owen Sound, and then with chances of teams qualifying for international Silver Stick in Newmarket, Sarnia, or Port Huron, Michigan. So all of that coming up as these teams build toward that. I'm Michael Harris. That's Ken Williams for Mark Perry and the Van Wyck family today here on Rogers TV. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again Saturday at the rink.
We invite you to play What's My Line?
Welcome, Mrs. Baker. Those folks over there need to guess your extraordinary occupation.
Are you an entertainer, Mrs. Baker?
Yes.
Do people come to watch you perform?
Yes. Do you travel for work? Yes, I do.
Do you ever wear a special type of costume?
Yes.
Is your job, physical?
Yes, indeed.
Are you a member of a team?
Yes.
Are you a professional baseball player?
Yes, I am.
Created during the Second World War, the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League included 68 Canadians. One of its brightest stars was my mother, Saskatchewan's Mary Bonnie Baker, a pioneer for women in sports.
Hi, I'm David Shearman, host of Politically Speaking on Rogers TV. Join me this fall for more interviews with our local, provincial, and federal politicians, Politically Speaking, on Rogers TV.
Due to the length of the preceding program, we now join the regularly scheduled program already in progress.
Let's go to healing.
Okay.
So now, crystal, again, you work with crystals to do healing. How do you do that?
You know what? I do it all based on intuition. So I know what the crystals mean in general, but I don't usually pick them based on what their actual meanings are. If I'm doing a healing session, I usually have somebody lying out on a healing bed or like a massage table. And I will start with hands-on energy healing. Well, sorry, I don't start with that. I start with placing whatever crystals I'm drawn to around their body in the spots that I think that they go to. And then I start with the hands-on, and I'll move the crystals around based on whatever feels right at the time. So I get a lot of really good response that way. When I do the healing sessions at the psychic fairs, people are seated and I can't really place any crystals on them.
Yeah.
But I will suggest that they hold certain ones, or I ask them to look around and pick out whatever they're interested in holding. And sometimes, a lot of the times, I will do a lot of work on the heart area and pressing that energy down to where it needs to go. So there's a couple of different crystals I use for that.
Yeah.
So
now, Tammy, if someone wants to get hold of you to book a session with you, whether it's for a reading, which I would highly recommend, or a healing session, how do they get hold of you?
Well, you can go to my website, which is isisportal.com, or give me a call at call or text at 289-892-4596.
Okay. Now, your business card, this is your cat that you've used on it, isn't it?
It is, yes. And she's running around here right now. You've probably heard her meowing.
Yeah.
So my cat Isis is actually part of my healing process, especially in the studio. She will jump on you when certain people, right? They sit down and she'll be asleep and she'll come out and jump on the table, check you out, stare at you. One lady a couple of weeks ago said, why is your cat crying for me? And there was water coming out of both of her eyes.
Oh.
She was standing there staring at the lady. She was holding space and taking that energy and moving it. She really does a great job helping with the healing process.
But animals are so intuitive.
Oh, yeah.
They really are. And they're so sensitive to energies.
They definitely are. And that's why I called the business the Isis Portal, because I feel like she's a portal to help us move through different dimensions, move to where we need to be. And as part of that quantum healing, that's part of what we do. So
now she's a hairless cat?
She is a hairless cat. Yeah.
Okay. But the coloring on her face almost looks Siamese. Like, I don't know, is that
well, so the hairless cats were a genetic mutation that was bred. So two people with hairless cats got together. It was in Toronto in the 1960s, got together and bred their hairless cats. And then they took them and they bred them with haired cats. And they took the hairless ones out and bred them with more haired ones. So there's a real variation of different hairless cats. You see them in the tabbies and you see them in the Siamese, the white, the red. They have all sorts of different combinations.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Siamese.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Oh, she is. She is.
She is. And I mean, I love Siamese cats anyway. I always have done. They've always been my favorite on cats. Okay. Now, quantum healing.
So
what is that?
Have you ever heard of Dolores Cannon?
I don't think so.
She's a real personality. She's on YouTube and she developed a modality. So it's called QHHT. And what it is basically, it's about a 4 to 6 hour session.
Oh.
So people come in And I basically talk to them about their life story for 2 hours or so, really get to know them, develop a trust between the two of us, and really understand their life story and who the major characters are in their life. And then we do a hypnosis into a past life. It may not be a past life. It might be a current life, a future life. It may be just a place of healing. There's different places, but basically your higher self directs where you go.
Mm-hmm.
So we go through that past life for about an hour. We either stick with the one past life or I jump to different ones if we've got all the information we can get, looking for lessons, what's happened in that past life that's still bothering you in this life, and being able to let it go. So I can give you a really good example of that. Somebody, not to me, but somebody came in they had huge migraines. It was just killing them. And they went through a past life where they were shot in the head. And that's where that pain was coming from. As soon as they realized that came from another life, a completely different person, not the person that they are, they were able to leave that behind with that life and move forward and not have migraines anymore.
You know, I've heard similar stories to that. I've heard where people that they've had problems with their throat and gone into past lives, and they've either been strangled or hung or even had their throat slit.
Right. Yeah. So it's past life regressions are really powerful that way in helping with the healing. But the really great part of QHHT is you get another hour where you talk directly to your higher self. So your higher self talks through you. And that's one of the things we do during our session is we write down questions they want me to ask their higher self. Why is this person in my life? What happened here? Why? And also your higher self will do a body scan and do any healing that you need. So if you're maybe even at the beginnings of heart disease, it can clear that up immediately. It can clear up anything because it's your higher self, right?
Exactly. Now, something you said that really caught my attention there was that sometimes you go into a future life.
Yes. Yeah.
That would be.
It's pretty cool.
Really something. That would be cool. That would be.
And I've had people go in past lives or lives in other universes, other dimensions. I've had somebody that she was a cog in what she called almost a library, and she was an information processor and all this. She was just this cog in a machine, and she just processed information.
Wow.
And there's all sorts of really cool things that people can go into.
Oh, there are. Now, I'm stuck on this future. Life, okay? Yeah. Because this has really got my interest. So, all right, now, if you're working on a healing journey and you do the past life regression, and I do definitely understand where that can help, because things that need to be let go that you're carrying on, old hurts, old angers, all kinds of things, right? How can going into a future life help you in this life?
Well, if you can see what your soul has become in the future, you can help in this life by going, oh my God, I have so much power. I have the ability to do all of this stuff, and I can move forward here by starting my process on that journey. The other thing you can do is, I'm still stuck in the same place I am here. I've got to let go of this in this life so a future life can change. Forward. Yeah.
Now, do you get many people that go to a future life?
Yeah. You know what? A lot of people are in this earth plane. You see kind of what Dolores calls digging potato lives, right? There's not much that happens. We're not Joan of Arc. We're not, something special. Some people are, whatever. But we're an average person kind of going through the process of our life. But there's always something that happens, and it could be just stepping into your power because you didn't take your power in that life and you never moved forward. Or there's always a message in there, and your higher self picks the lives that you're supposed to see to get the messages that you're supposed to get.
Well, now, have you ever been to one of your future lives?
I don't know if I've been to a future life here on Earth. I've been to lives that have not been of Earth, like Like I was at a life that I was kind of on. It seemed like it was like the North Pole type of thing. Like everything was white. I look out and I don't know that it was necessarily cold, but it seemed just like everything was white. The hills were white and everything was white. And it was when the lady doing my regression said, where was that? And I said, oh, that was on a different planet. Oh, right. So I didn't know I was on a different planet until my higher self said, oh, she was on a different planet. And she just had to learn to live in isolation. She had to learn not to depend on everybody else in that life. Right. That's something that I have to think about in this life.
Okay.
Well, I think I've already learned that lesson in this life, but maybe not. Maybe I was given a message. I don't know.
Yeah, that really would be something. Now, what got you interested in, because, we talked about with the crystals and the readings, it was kind of brought to you. What got you interested and started on the healing path?
Well, I feel like I'm a natural healer. And in that, I feel like I like to help. I get a lot of satisfaction out of helping people, right? When I can be of service, when I can be helpful, when I feel like I've made a difference in someone's life, that's where my joy comes from. And so all this other stuff, I don't know how many modalities I've done lately. I mean, I just keep taking more and more healing courses, right? And really, it's all just mixed in with everything you do. You just, like, I don't even call what I do Reiki. I call it energy healing, right? Yeah. And even the quantum healing, I took the QHHT, but then there's another quantum healing modality called BQH, which is beyond quantum healing. Well, I took that too, because I find it really interesting and really, really kind of cool to do, right?
Yeah.
It's so powerful. I mean, really the past life part is so much fun, right? It's such an interesting thing. But talking to your higher self and getting healing from your higher self is very powerful, right? I mean, obviously we can all do that anyway, but it's hard to connect the same way. When you're under hypnosis and your higher self is actually talking in a different voice, and it's very, and some people's higher selves intimidate me. Like Mark, my partner Mark, I mean, it's hard digging information out of his higher self. He's giving me one word answers and he can't be bothered with me. But I think that he's on a higher plane. His higher self is somewhere else and is not wanting to come down to earth to answer my silly little questions. He's off doing I don't know what.
Yeah, Mark is on a higher plane anyway. I mean,
yes.
I'm going to say it's obvious when you meet him, when you talk to him. And his energies.
Yeah.
When you feel his energies in that. And he's a wonderful soul. He really is.
He is, definitely.
Yeah. Now, you refer to him as your partner. Is this a business partner or personal
No,
partner?
it's a life partner situation. So, yeah, I mean, I guess we're engaged. I don't know that we'll ever get married. Maybe we will, but it's just a partnership, right? We're just together. Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Well, I think you're a wonderful pair.
Well, thank you.
Your energies match very, very well.
Yeah,
Really
we've heard that, so I feel it too. So
yeah, and not just having our gifts, using our ability. I do feel that it is really important to have a partner that understands it, or is at least willing to try and understand it.
It's true. I had a friend that said her husband doesn't get it. He is not interested, but she said, as long as he stays out of my way, I don't care, right? He's not mocking me. He's out of my way. He's not trying to stop me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
See, but I think you're right. Somebody supporting you is better.
Oh, absolutely. Russ is my third husband. I should know better, right? But like I tell people, and I've explained to myself too, I still had lessons to learn, and there was karma, with the first two. And neither one of them really understood what I do. Russ he came to see me for a reading.
Ah.
And that's how we met. So, and as soon as he walked in the door, I knew. And I thought, oh Lord, I can't tell him. So I did everything I could to avoid talking about relationships. Because I thought, well, I can't sit there and say, well, yeah, it's me. Give it up. He'd be gone. So I said to him, I don't know where it came from. I said, well, you're going to meet someone with dark hair from Pennsylvania. And he has said that when he listened, like once he knew the truth, when he would listen back on the tape, he could tell. He said, your voice changed. But I could tell that you lied. And, you know, it's the one and only time I've ever lied in a reading. But I do. Because I thought, well, and I had been in 2 bad marriages, right? There was absolutely no way that I was going to go anywhere. I didn't want anything to do with another one. The only time I had a social life was when I was down in Nashville, because as far as everyone down there, they knew I was married. I didn't tell any of them that I was separated. And so that was my social life. And up here, I never went anywhere. So we were obviously destined to meet. And the universe is like, never mind you being stubborn, lady. I'm more stubborn than you are.
Throw them in front of you as many times as you need to, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's great.
But, you know, when something is meant to happen, it will do. It really will. And sometimes, most of the time we have to take action. But if we're being really, really stubborn about it, it's like, no. The universe says, I don't think so. I know better than you do. And it usually does. Anyway, our time is coming to an end, Tammy, and this has been wonderful.
It has.
It has. Now, when I had Mark on the show, I was saying to him that I would like to have him back on again in January, February, like for next year.
Okay.
What I think would be really good would be to have you both on at the same time.
Oh, that would be great.
Yes, I think that would be really, really good. So anyway, I would like to thank you very much for being a guest. And if you could just give your phone number one more time.
Sure. It's 289-892-4596.
Right. And if you want to look her up online, it is the ISIS portal. And ISIS is ISIS. Is. And it is. So anyway, everyone, remember, keep laughter in your heart. It really is life's best medicine. And let's just pick a card to go out with. You are exactly where you need to be.
What a perfect card.
Yes. So if you're worried about things slowing down or going too fast, don't worry about it. The universe has a plan. Right now, you're where you're supposed to be. Perfect. Anyway, again, keep laughter in your heart.
Thank you so much.
You're
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
Back-to-back Stanley Cup victories.
Greatness.
And a new legacy begins. Absolutely amazing. It has happened in Vegas.
It's not a destination.
And lightning has struck twice.
It is a continuous journey that never ends.
These are the moments you dream of. Stanley Cup champions. They've reached the summit. Back-to-back Stanley Cup victories.
Greatness.
And a new legacy begins. Absolutely amazing. has happened in Vegas.
is not a destination.
And lightning has struck twice.
It is a continuous journey.